out my new camera. I hope it works out well for all of us. I've drawn some things on Tango here. The critical areas we're going to work with Senator are the wither right here and the loin and the SI joints back here. Now his wither is really concave, and his thoracic region right here is really has no muscle tone at all. This is built up and this is sore, and his rear end is not driving through like it's supposed to. That's how they're supposed to function. And so all the weight and all the pull has gone to the front end here, and that's why he's having so many trouble with his legs. So he's in excess here and deficient back here. He's deficient here and excessive here. So the first thing we're going to do is get in this area here. Now you can see you've got your scapula here, you've got your spine here, and you've got this little triangle area here that's probably hollowed out for him. So stay off all bone, and you're going to get in here with your light, and you're just going to address it and hold it as many seconds as you need for your light, and move it around several times in this area. You know, kind of just flood this area a little bit with light. You know, it goes out a little bit and it goes pretty deep. So once you get that done there, then you're going to get in here with your hands and do some, and I like to use my thumb a lot in this area. Use some circles, and I'm pushing pretty good because what we're trying to do is break up the pattern that these tissues have been in for so long. And then we're going to get in here like this, and I'm really putting my body into this, and you can see how Tango's pretty much getting into it. It feels pretty good. So do that and then flush out like that, and you're done with that area. And you'll be able to see when you do them both, you come back and you should even be able to feel it's warmer, and it should be just a little bit plumper here. Now this thoracic area, we're going to do that last, but we're going to come here onto this area here, the loin or the lumbar, and you're going to feel a bunch of rigid tissue here. There's just no doubt that you are, because he's not able to move forward there. So we're going to start, here's the spine, we're going to start down off just the edge of the spine, and take your light and hold for, I hold about 10 seconds with this light. However seconds you need to hold with your light, move it about an inch, and hold again, and so go all the way up to here. Oh, Tango just sighed really big. That feels good. With him, with Senator, you're probably going to go down another row, a little bit down, and do the same thing back. All the way back at 10 seconds or whatever at a time. You might need to go down in here. Now, as we're back here, things are going to start to change. There's going to be other rigid tissues. If you feel anything while you're back here, go ahead and address it. But as this softens up and gets back into balance, there'll be some other things that'll be revealed, but we just can't do anything with those at this point until we get this all done. So do that. Come back here to your SI joints. We're going to go around them and surround them, just like you did here on the loin. Hold for 10 seconds or whatever, move around about an inch at a time. Surround those. Of course, you're going to do both sides here. And on these SI joints, you can get right in here too. You know, not pressing hard, but get right in these joints and, you know, spend a few seconds up there. All right, now the body work is what we're going to do. It comes in really, this is the part that makes the whole big difference. You've flooded, you've balanced these cells here. Now we're going to get in here, and I'm putting my body into this, and we're staying off the ribs and off the spine. But we're going to do some of this, and you're going to be pushing in pretty good here, and he's going to be pretty sore and probably pretty flinchy. So do what you can. I like to do this with the thumb. Also, you can do some different things with your hand. Thumb is real good, and then I like this also, pushing right up close to the spine. So do all those areas there. Now you also can come down here. We're going to do some light massage on this thoracic, because it's got blocked and blocked here, so it's got nothing to do but just back down. So there is no shape or condition in this area right now, but when we get these balanced out, that'll come. Back here in your SI joint, same thing. Do some circles around the joint You can flush up to the joint this way, and that's good, and then just flush back. Now, we want to, by doing the tail pull, grab right at the end of the tail, steady with your other hand, kind of push a little bit so he doesn't come with you, and just give some good pressure on that. You see how he kind of pulled away a little bit? What this really does is help to open that spine and get some opening and some circulation going in here. Now also, you can take your light, put it on full strength, find the very end of the tail here, and put your light right on the end of the tail, and hold for as long a seconds as you need with your light. And then you can also massage this tail a little bit here, because there's 16 to 22 vertebrae in here, and you know, toxins get trapped in here, so you can release that, and that really helps the hind end as well. Okay, oh, real quick, I want to show you, there's some other tools that really help, but you have to be careful with the tools. I use different tools. Make sure your feel is good. You never go past a 7. You stay off the bone. You know, I've been doing this a long time, so I'm pretty good with my tools now. So when you start using them until you get used to them, do it real easy. If you can get up here, and this is like a $1 tool. You can get up here, and I like this tool a lot actually, and do this soft tissue here, and it really helps, because these horses are big and you're working with some rigid tissue. And I like to come here and get right behind on this soft tissue here, this great big muscles, and work that as well. I've also got this tool, and I just got this one, but I think this will be handy for a lot of different things. Everybody really seems to like that a lot. So tools aren't necessary, but sometimes they help with the rigid tissues, and if you want to do that, just be real careful. So we'll start there, and then we've got some other areas to work on, but we have to get these going on before we can get this released, because right now this is the area that's doing all the work for his entire body. So until we get this released and this released, we won't be able to release this, because he won't be able to move. There'll be nothing to pull him around. So, all right, here we go. This is our next step. Oh, and the conditioning. You start walking him, because when we release all this, then it's going to allow the other soft tissues that have not been able to work to begin to condition and strengthen. And that is huge. So we'll go 5 minutes for 3 or 4 days, and just increase by 5 minutes up to about 20 minutes in the next 2 weeks. Be sure you rest him every 2 or 3 minutes or so, just for a few seconds to kind of let, because you know, the circulation catch up or whatever, because we don't want to fatigue the muscles at all. Okay, thank you.